Alrighty, welcome to this week podcast.
You're not fixing the mic.
Welcome. I am under the weather in a way.
Hi, under the weather. I'm Tyler.
You started it off last time.
How'd I start it off last?
No, Tyler did that last time.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
So we have a new guest today. Who are you?
What's good? It's Austin.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we're just gonna hop right into it then.
What's the plan?
What's happening
Shouldn't
tonight?
everyone introduce themselves in case
Everyone
there's
is-
a new listener?
Alright. New
Instantly
listeners.
not facing the mic. We learned from last week, guys.
Alright, new listeners. We're gonna go through. We're gonna have everyone introduce themselves.
Left to right.
Austin, introduce yourself again.
Do it.
Okay, what's good with it? It's Austin.
I'm Tyler.
I am Eli.
I'm Damien.
I'm Maverick.
Yeah. All right. So that's everyone. Today we're gonna be talking about quite a hefty subject.
We do not know what the subject is.
Yeah.
Eli is the only one who
Yes.
knows the subject.
It's a surprise.
Oh, you know the subject. You just don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Milking Damien.
No.
Milking Damien.
That one. That one's gonna require a little more research.
It's in development.
The one thing we
It's
need to
not.
research is how much we have to pay Damien to let us do it.
No.
So
What's your number?
There is no number. No, it's off the table.
You wouldn't do it for $1,000?
It's off the
You
table.
wouldn't even do it for $2,000.
It's off the table.
What about a plumbing company?
Bro, I'm making that on my own.
Okay. All right.
What about
Anyway,
$10,000?
he's not taking any money. All right.
Okay, and hypothetically, if I was to
Alright,
say yes to
alright,
this,
No,
Fuck
no, I want
off.
to hear this answer. I want to hear the answer.
would you be able to throw it down right now?
Depending on how much it is.
Okay.
So now he's considering. Anyways.
No, I'm not considering it.
Okay, so today we have a very encapsulating subject. I figured for our first official subject, it should be something that isn't too research intensive, but at least a good portion of the group has good insight on, and something that isn't going to be copy-paste from another podcast. So I figured today we'd talk about the encapsulating tunnel to nowhere.
I've been there.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Topic of discussion 1. Is it haunted? Damien, our resident expert.
Yes, yes. We'll give it to our expert of Damien. Is that tunnel haunted?
I can't confirm it is haunted in the tunnel.
All right, let's before we hop into the nitty gritty of the subject, let's just give background information.
We need some background.
What
information.
is the tunnel to nowhere?
Okay. So, Maverick, did you?
No. I'm
Okay. So the tunnel to nowhere.
Let's
It's
get
this tunnel that. Shut up. It's this tunnel in North Carolina that is just inside the national park. So during the World War II TVA operations, they flooded the Fontana area, which is now Fontana Lake. And during this, it kind of closed some roads and prevented people over there getting to the graveyard to celebrate Decoration Day.
What's Decoration Day?
It's where they celebrate the dead. And they decorate
Like
their
Mexico.
tombstones. Yeah. It's like the Mexican Day of the Dead.
Alright, my
I
bad.
love Columbus Day.
Columbus Day is pretty good, too.
Oh, before we continue, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
I'm not.
Legally speaking, I would like to go ahead and say that I am only with my own beliefs, and anyone else in the group I do not agree with.
Oh, that was good. I told him to say that. I continue.
Anyways, with this flooding of all the roads, TVA, the government, they all agreed that they would build a road to access all these graveyards.
What's TVA?
Tennessee Valley Authority. They control all the dams and the waterworks and stuff
Damn.
in the area. Right? Anyways, so they started making this road, and it kind of just went to the national park, and they built this tunnel into a mountain, and the road just kind of ended. It just stopped in the national
What
park.
year was this taking place? Ish. You don't have to be specific.
Before World War II, or just in the start of it.
Somewhere, yeah, that's right.
So, and to this day, people are still upset that the road is not finished because they can't access the graves for Decoration Day.
I think
But
you
more
were-
people are not upset because it's kind of cool.
It is cool.
Yes. So, long story short, there's a tunnel in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Near Bryson City, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Near Bryson City, yes. So, Where are you wanting to begin with that?
So
At what stage in the construction did they put the ghosts in, Damien?
Bro, I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you.
But you saw them.
The ghost?
No,
Yeah.
not
Ooh,
them.
not them.
No,
Him.
I didn't. Yeah,
Oh, him, my bad.
Yeah.
Was it a him? Can you gender it?
I would like.
Did you see its big,
titties?
juicy fucking cock?
Bro, I can't say I did, but also I can't just assume that he's a guy or a girl. So I probably.
Wait.
Did he
remember?
say he did?
Remember
Damien-
how? Damien,
I did assume he's a guy though.
remember
Okay.
how Damien said that he saw the thing moving in a serpentine pattern?
That was its cock?
Yeah.
Zooey mama.
I like how they have no context for this.
Oh yeah, we do need to get to that at some point.
So how about now?
Okay, so anyways, our group we normally do an annual July trip, and this year we had gone to Bryson City, and we were going to do backpacking one day, down camping the rest. So me, Maverick, Zach, and Lance, we go up and we're going backpacking, and we're just following this road into the national park.
That's Sir Lancelot, if you're wondering.
Mm-hmm.
So we go and we get to the parking area, and there's this tunnel. And we really like tunnels. And Maverick's like, Damien, did you know this tunnel was here? I'm like, I absolutely did not know this tunnel was here.
Real fast, Damien, please cut out some details.
Would you could start telling this story.
You're doing a good job. There's
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
Okay, anyways, we look at the tunnel. It's deceptively long, really cool. We come back and we do our hike thing and yada yada
Didn't
yada.
Cut to the chase.
Okay, long story short, we come back on another day to the tunnel.
Damien,
Suck at this.
What chase are you talking about?
Get,
I'm about to
get
the point.
through the point.
That's what I'm getting to.
The important part of the story.
You already told them there's a tunnel, something happened, and you're going way too far back in the
Okay,
timeline.
so we're at the tunnel, right? And it's me, Maverick, and Eli.
continue.
What, did I skip too much now?
No, go.
The Rock.
You
The
skipped
boot?
rock.
I was going to the boot. Okay.
You passed the boot.
You did.
No,
Well,
he
you
hit.
guys
He
said I
hit.
skipped too. I was going through too many
He
details.
actually hit the boot. Is what he did.
Okay. Anyways,
I'll tell the. No, let me tell the boot.
Okay,
Yeah, let
you can
Maverick
tell
do
them.
it.
So we're going up to show the other group this tunnel because they haven't seen it yet. And I'm in the back seat of Damien's car, and I see what I thought was a turtle in the middle of the road. And to my surprise, Damien then swerves to the middle of the road and hits what I thought was a turtle. Upon impact, I realized it was not a turtle, it was a rock. As I think we're all kind of panicking, Damien goes with a straight face saying, I thought it was a boot. Which calls into question, why would you hit the boot? Why did you think it was a boot? Etc.
we don't answer those questions for the record.
And also for the record, I was in the passenger seat and I knew it was a rock.
Yeah, Eli knew it was a rock.
So this is kind of setting up that Damien has some faulty eyesight issues here.
Yeah,
My
it's-
eyesight is
it's
just
not his
fine. Thank
eyesight.
you
It's
very
not his
much.
eyesight, it's his mind.
My mind is
that's
also
just fucked up.
just
Yeah,
fine.
there
Thank
is
you very much.
another incident with the rock. I was in the other car that was going up to the same tunnel.
Yes.
Yes. Our friend Corbin was driving. I think Preston was also in the car. I don't remember if anyone else was there. We see this same rock coming up. Corbin, of course, not being a schizo, sees the rock and recognizes that as a rock. He then proceeds to swerve into the middle of the road and hit it dead on.
So
Apparently in some attempt to avoid it. He was not successful.
So both cars hit the rock, but we got to the tunnel. So continue, Damien.
Okay, so we get to the tunnel, and we just walk through the tunnel. We're showing our buddies who hadn't seen it yet, and mind you, this tunnel is deceptively long. And then what? Okay, anyways,
Why
it's
do you keep?
That's not the only thing that's deceptively long.
I know.
Why do you keep clarifying that?
Because it's an important detail coming up.
It's because the tunnel is deceptively long, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you please start off back where you were with that?
So the tunnel is deceptively long. But so as once all of us are in the tunnel, it just kind of starts downpouring rain nonstop, and we're kind of like, okay, we're going to wait it out. And the second group of car, which was not me, Maverick, or Eli, they just kind of walk through the rain and get hit.
We sure
Well,
did.
Me, Maverick,
Rain ain't
and
nothing.
Eli.
It's actually
We-
water.
Yeah, it is.
Nothing.
So we stand back in the tunnel. We're going to let it wash out, do its thing, stop raining. There's this other party of people, and they leave a little while after. So, I think
I think I should start. I should
this is
start.
where
Let
Maverick
Maverick
needs to
pick
kick
up.
Yes.
in.
So this poor family that we're probably harassing leaves the tunnel finally, and Eli picks up this bottle, which is an empty bottle, and he turns to us and goes, "Do you guys think I can hit the ceiling with this bottle?" And me and Damien both like look up and we're like, "Dude, that ceiling's really tall. I don't think you can hit it."
Do note the tunnel was deceptively more than long. It was
also tall.
It was deceptive in
Did-
all of
or-
its dimensions.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Eli goes and throws this bottle to the ceiling and absolutely just nails the ceiling.
The ceiling has now been beamed.
That was good, Damien.
Thank
Thank you.
you. That was good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course we're
Deceptively. I mean,
It was
wait,
deceptively tall.
deceptively
being-
tall. Yes.
Yeah.
And we're all a bunch of monkey brains, so we found that
Oh.
very entertaining. And so Eli kept throwing the bottle and hitting the ceiling, and I grabbed the bottle. And upon me hitting the ceiling, Damien starts freaking out to the point in which I cannot really understand what he is saying. He's saying, out of the middle of the tunnel, the side to side, went through the wall, like, just not sounding like me, not making sense. So, I did the proper thing, and I said, "Okay, Damien, let me look." In which I put my hands up to my eyes like they were binoculars. And this is true. Whenever that happened, Damien starts freaking out even more. And once again, I do not understand him.
Eli is also standing beside me.
Yes,
I am.
it's
I'm
very
standing
important.
right beside
Yeah,
Damien.
very important detail. Eli is standing right beside Damien.
And we are behind Maverick.
Yes, and they are behind me. And so, Damien basically goes, we're leaving. I'm getting out of this tunnel. I'm done. And we leave the tunnel. So, and we didn't actually understand what happened, but Damien was obviously not okay. So
He was spooked.
we just didn't bring it up until that night at the campfire when he explained what he saw. Damien, you want to explain what you saw?
Okay. So,
In the deceptively long tunnel.
in the deceptively
in this-
long and tall tunnel.
And tall.
Yes.
Not wide, though.
Not
Not
wide.
wide. No,
It was not
Completely
deceptive.
narrow tunnel.
It was
It
It wasn't
completely
narrow,
narrow.
It wasn't
but,
narrow,
but it
you
was.
knew what
probably
it
like
was
20
not
feet
deceived.
wide.
2 car lengths. It was going to be a road going back and forth.
Well, relative to its
A
other
little
dimensions,
wider.
it could be narrow.
No.
Well, my bad, Tyler.
Okay, go ahead, Damien.
Okay. So,
Can
as soon
can
as
you please make that louder?
okay.
Maybe. No, not you. You fell on post.
Oh shit. Okay. So the tunnel, deceptively long and tall.
So bad at storytelling.
Okay, so the tunnel.
Deceptively long tunnel.
Yes, that one.
No, and tall.
And tall.
Right.
But
not narrow.
But not
But not
wide.
narrow.
But not deceptively wide.
Not narrow.
Can we narrow it down to mildly deceptive tunnel?
It was a 2-dimensionally deceptive tunnel.
There we go.
But it was 3D.
Yes, the 3D tunnel that was 2-dimensionally deceptive.
That was a
That-
good guess, Austin.
That's the tunnel.
You
Okay.
weren't there, so I just had to assume it was a guess.
Okay, anyway.
Educated guess.
Yes, sir.
So we're like at the entrance of the tunnel. Maverick picks up the bottle and he beams the ceiling, right?
Stop looking away from the mic.
Look
Oh,
at the mic when you
okay.
talk.
So
Look
he
at his
beams the
eyes.
ceiling. He beams the ceiling of the tunnel, and what I see down the tunnel is I see this like orange figure. It appears to be a man, and he just kind of comes out of one side of the tunnel, and he runs across, and he runs to the other side, kind of bounces off the one wall, comes back, bounces off that wall again he just came out of, and then runs through the wall on the other side. And at this point, I'm kind of freaking out because I'm not exactly sure what's happening. So at the point, Maverick, he does those little binocular things with his hands. I'm standing about 10 feet behind him, next to Eli, still in the tunnel. And Maverick goes, "Where?" And he puts his binoculars up to his eyes.
My fake binoculars, my
His,
hands.
his fake binoculars. And I see the dude run out of the wall in front of...
When you say he comes out of the wall,
I would say he comes out of the wall. And I see him come out of the wall between Eli and I and Maverick. And he just runs between us and goes through the other side of the wall. At that point, I leave the tunnel. I am done.
And remember, I'm standing next to Damien, facing the same direction as
Eli
him.
is on my left.
Judging by Damien's description, by all means, I should have seen the orange man. I did not.
He did not. So that of course, later that night, upon Damien telling the story to everybody and explaining himself, we went back to said tunnel. We saw nothing.
I think you skipped my contribution.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
you did.
okay.
Tyler has a whole.
Tyler does have a
bit.
whole bit. So back to Damien telling
Said
the
story.
story. Go ahead, Tyler.
So, like any good friend, when I see that my friend is distressed and freaking out, I decide to gaslight him. Basically, whenever Damien would make any sort of claim that he wasn't entirely sure on, I would twist his words a little bit around, make him get inside his own head, make him not sure if he was saying what he thought he was saying.
Just jerk his dick a little.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I was already inside my own head.
He was already
I
jerking
didn't
his
help.
own dick.
As
Yeah,
well as
as you do.
generally making spooky ghost talk, because there were some other people who were a little bit unsettled.
There
at
was-
this
I
point
got
in the
put on
night.
edge.
There was one point I wanted to point out that Tyler almost convinced Damien that it was a snake. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
What?
did.
Yes,
Because
there-
you were talking about its serpentine movements, and I almost convinced you that you saw a snake.
Yes.
Like, not a snake, but like a snake, like ghosts.
I don't remember this at all.
Damien's schizophrenic.
I'm not schizophrenic.
I think I also at one point had you think for a second that it was purple.
Yes, that
You
also
did
happened.
try that.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's an important detail in the color. Maverick also swears up and down that originally I said it was black.
yeah,
believe-
I do still believe that to this day. I think you said that. But so that's the main tunnel story. So let's get into why are you schizophrenic?
I'm not schizophrenic.
He is.
I'm not.
Well, Damien, let's say you are.
Is this for argument purposes?
No.
Or,
No. This is for the podcast.
I'm not.
But let's
No,
say
let's
you
say you
are.
are.
So let's go ahead and just say this. Damien,
You're schizophrenic.
no.
Damien,
So-
tell us about your grandmother.
She is. Don't
It
worry.
runs in the
probably
family.
is.
So I want to hear your argument why you think it was real.
Bro, because I saw it.
And are the senses not fallible?
I don't argue that the senses could be valuable, but it just seems so real to me. And it's not unreasonable that people see things. People see things all the time, like
Yes,
ghosts and
but a
whatnot.
orange man moving in and out of walls.
Hey man, I'm not a ghost. I don't know what powers they have.
Okay.
Or
So
spirit.
how do you explain Eli not seeing it? Why?
I blinked. It's just that fast.
Yeah. Is that what you're? No. What is your actual?
I can't explain why Eli didn't see it.
All right.
Maybe I'm just not spiritually.
Maybe he
tuned in
doesn't have the
like
power to see
Damien.
beyond.
Okay.
And Maverick, were you in a position
Maybe
to
Damien's
see
the
Orange
chosen
Man?
one.
He was
Uh,
in a position the first
The
time.
first time, and
The
what
second time he was not.
I also did not see him the first time. The second time, apparently, he came just beside me with my binoculars up.
He was right behind Maverick.
Yes.
He almost got
So
you.
you couldn't, but you
He
couldn't.
could have got you.
He could have got you, but he noticed Damien was watching,
I
and so he's
think
like, "Oh shit!"
I
could've saved
actually
you.
felt a very soft hand on my bottom
Oh.
for a second.
That was not Orange Man.
But
It was Eli.
so I want
Bro,
to ask. I
was
want to ask
implied.
this, Damien.
I'm just.
Hey,
Okay.
Damien, can you jog my memory? What happened the night before?
Vitamin water.
Wait, hang on. The night before, the
Orange
first,
Man.
the backpacking trip.
No, the vitamin water.
The vitamin water.
Okay.
That
That
was the
night.
night before.
If you remember that night.
yes.
Well, hang. I'm trying to make sure we have our days correct. I'm.
okay, let's ask. Do we all agree Orange Man was after vitamin water?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Going back to the tunnel, yes. I think we went to the tunnel before. Like, I think first sighting of Orange Man happened.
Schizo.
No.
Schizo.
Schizo.
We all agree vitamin water, then Orange Man.
You know, I'm pretty sure it was the
I do not remember vitamin water
Put
night
that
a lot.
fucking phone away. You do not need
Put
that.
the phone away. So what happened of vitamin water night, Damien?
So, we were playing this checkers tournament, and it was just going horribly wrong for me.
I
think
was
Tyler
doing
won.
stellar. I beat them all. I'm the best checkers
That
player.
includes the
I-
losers
I
tournament.
would like to say, like, it wasn't like a small checkers tournament. How many people were in it?
We had like 11 people go on this trip.
There was 11, like probably 10 people, I'd say solidly, because Corbin showed up late.
Best checkers player this side of the Mississippi.
Other side, though,
You
they got
haven't
him
played
beat.
me.
You weren't there.
You wouldn't
Consider
come on that
yourself
trip.
lucky.
So somebody had brought, we know who, the Italian stallion himself.
Indeed.
Italian
What a
Alex.
man.
That is a man.
For real.
For real.
For real, for real.
He brought a thing of vodka, but what was it specifically? Does anyone remember?
It was the pink and blue one.
I thought it was pink and lemon. I thought it was pink and lemon. There you go.
There you
Strawberry lemonade.
Svedka.
Our
Very specific.
Seth is in the background and he's got us covered.
our resident alcoholic has spoke. So it was some vodka that we called vitamin water because
We were in a national park and
Yeah.
we probably shouldn't have
Whoa,
been.
And allegedly-
we were all 21 at
and
the
we were
time.
all
We were
21
definitely
at
all
the
21.
time.
Allegedly.
Especially Damien.
Especially Damien.
Especially Damien.
I'm 21 now, and I was definitely 21 1 year ago when we went.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was more than a year ago.
It was
wasn't
2 years ago.
Oh, it was 2 years ago.
Who's a schizo
We were
now?
all 21. We were all 21.
Either.
We've been
okay.
21 for a while.
I was born on a leap year.
Shoot, Tyler just had his 33rd birthday.
I think I had my 43rd.
You'll have some kids, retard.
So Damien proceeds to get, as we like to call, a little tuned up. Damien's getting pretty drunk, and the real nail in the coffin.
Alex.
Oh yeah, they tried hiding the vitamin water, but somehow Eli had got it, or someone just gave it to him.
You know, I was like, because they didn't want Damien to have it, but I was like, hey, can I have that? And they
I
handed it
remember
to
my
me.
last drink coming from Eli.
You're welcome.
So-
you asked for it.
I
was like,
did.
oh, I might
Damien
as well.
goes to Eli and goes, "Hey, Eli, pour me." Did you
I said a
ask?
shot.
Yeah, it was a shot. But what Eli really poured was like a quad shot.
It was like
It
a
was-
full solo
It was
cup.
like half. It was half a solo cup
I think it was more.
of just vodka.
It's
So-
like the one meme. The Vine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little
Two
just
shots
a
of vodka.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
And Damien didn't turn it down.
No, so Damien then proceeds to drink this quite fast.
You were very proud of that.
I
Yes.
was.
To clarify, I did not catch all of this because I was not paying attention.
And I believe this is my first time getting tuned up.
Oh, this is his first time. He just turned 21. Getting
Definitely just turned 21.
getting really drunk. And so I do remember the last drink you had, which was a can of Coke, was it not?
I think
This
that
one was also
Eli.
my fault.
This was also Eli.
There was a can of Coke out, and I was like, Damien, drink this. He was like, no, I don't want to. I was like, but it's not alcohol, so it's good for you.
to clarify, Damien is like, looking back, obviously not okay. But Damien still chugged this can of Coke.
We were all inexperienced at the time. We didn't know better.
We had all just turned 21 that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, we had a lot of birthdays to celebrate.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got
Damien had to
into-
drink for all of us.
I did.
We get into our tent. Now, we're sharing it. I'm sharing it with 3 other people. It's me, the Italian Stallion, Tyler, and Damien. And I get in there first. Damien, when did you come in actually?
I don't remember.
Tyler shows up.
Damien was already in.
Tyler,
I was like the first one in the tent, if I recall correctly.
you were second.
Okay, I was second.
Yeah, I came in once you and Damien were already in there.
So
but
I'm
before
sitting there,
Alex.
and Damien just sits down, and he doesn't sit crisscross applesauce, but he sits with like his legs out in front of him.
Like, if you've ever seen that one meme of the cat sitting up,
That is exactly how he looked.
he was just staring
He was
off
just-
into space.
And I remember,
he was zoned out.
I remember asking him, Damien, are you okay? And he just laughed. That was
Oh, the laugh!
The laugh. Can you recreate the laugh?
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the
because
one.
Eli had
That was
gone on this
also
rant.
because of
That
you.
was also Eli.
So he laughed that way, and I was like, huh, I guess he's having a good time. And then Tyler shows up eventually,
Yeah.
and he goes down. He has a air mattress right next to me. I'm on a cot. An Italian Alex walks in with a Camelback full of water, and he goes, "Hold this." And I was like, well, "What do you need? Like, what's happening, Italian?" And he doesn't say a word. He kind of just shakes his head. And he walks over to Damien, and he takes the Camelback out of my hands, and he goes, "Damien, you need to drink some water." And Damien just goes, "No, And that's when I realized that Damien was really drunk.
For the record, I did theater in high school, and Maverick, the whole time up to this, he thought I was acting, apparently.
Which we all now know, even if that was true, which judging off
You've
of
gone
Maverick...
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was trying to remember, yeah.
Okay, well, based off of... Now, we know it wasn't acting because Damien was a theater kid, he cannot act.
Yes.
Oh, it's true.
And also, Damien is just a lightweight. It's just how he is.
Somehow.
I mean, he's 120 pounds wet, so I mean...
He's a bad actor, a bad drinker.
Wow.
Oh, he's a fun drunk, though.
Oh,
I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep.
nothing new. So,
No comment.
so poor Italian Alex feels bad because he brought this vitamin water, and Damien's really drunk. And Damien, like, poor Italian kept going like, Damien, please just drink some water. And Damien was like, no. And, like, after like 10 minutes,
Full toddler mode.
oh yeah, absolutely. Italian Alex just finally goes, Damien, can you please at least lay down? And Damien goes, yeah, I can lay down. And like as soon as he starts laying down, if you have ever heard an old person fall, it is how he sounded. He just went, oh, I can't lay down. Oh, I can't lay down. And so eventually Italian Alex just gives up and he goes to his bed. And we're starting to try to go to sleep. And Damien's like, of course, I'm just egging Damien on at this point. I'm like, how you doing, Damien? And he's laughing. It's fun because it's not my problem. And Italian Alex was really afraid about him throwing up. And so we were like...
He was scrambling all over me to get away from Damien.
Oh, that
No,
was
no,
after...
no.
Hey, you're missing an important
Am
detail,
I?
Tyler.
So we're like, okay, we're going to start trying to go to sleep. Lights go off, right? Well, first off, Damien's really sensitive to lights. We'll go ahead and say that.
There's something that happened before that.
What?
The burp from the Coke from when I chugged, that was when Italian Alex scrambled.
That's where I'm getting... The lights turned off. And as soon as the lights turned off, Damien started burping. Thank you for interrupting me, Damien.
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to a different part of the
Deceptively
story.
long
I'm
time.
sorry.
And so Damien burps, and the time in which Damien burped and I heard Italian Alex next to me, to this day, I don't know how he crawled over Tyler that fast. But he crawled over to me. It was like, please, I don't want to puke on me. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, buddy, that sucks to suck. That is your problem. And so him and Tyler made a deal where we were all orientated the same way. They basically just turned their mattresses away from Damien.
So that if Damien did throw up, instead of one person being completely covered in vomit, it would be two people with their feet covered in vomit.
Yes, which is better.
For the record, I didn't throw up.
He did not.
No, he did not. But it got close, I felt like, whenever... This entire time, it's pretty late at night at a national park. And Damien is being loud. We're trying to get him under control. We're trying to keep the lights low because Damien, very drunk, does not like bright flashing lights. He starts freaking out. So, of course, as we're trying to calm him down, and he's starting to calm down, our buddy Zach, bless his soul, was getting very concerned with how loud Damien was being.
And he was not in the tent.
He was not in the tent. And he walks up, shining the light, like, into the tent, trying to be like, guys, you need to be quiet. But inadvertently, the light was making Damien freak out more, which only made Zach stay there longer. And that wasn't the best situation right there. But
Someone also had one of those.
Yeah,
Tyler
I have
has a light.
this really cool flashlight with a strobe feature.
yeah, but to turn it off, you have to go through the strobe feature.
Yeah, so I was out. I was probably taking a leak or something, and I came back with the flashlight on because I wanted to be able to see. And then
And
to turn
Damien
it
starts
off,
freaking out, and then he turned it to strobe.
because you have to turn it to strobe to turn it off.
Yeah, but
Damien really appreciated that.
I think
I did. You're right.
I think the best part to end that the vitamin water story is like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes after. Oh, no, there's one more thing before I say this. The lights go off. We're starting to try to go to sleep. Lights go off, right? Damien's laying down, facing away from me, one direction. I hear,
Oh, yeah.
I hear movement, and I turn my light back on, like pretty relatively fast after her movement, because I was like, "What was that? Is Damien okay?" And he had flipped 180 degrees,
Sure did.
the opposite direction, and was not moving. And like earlier, he was like, I can't lay down. And this dude is flipped in like 2 seconds. But we finally start going to sleep. And like after like 15 minutes of darkness,
Oh no.
we're just starting to go to sleep. What was it? Oh yeah. And Damien goes, "Why is everybody so quiet?" after like so long. It's like he finally realized, wait, it's quiet in here.
I better put a stop to
I'm
that.
gonna stop the that.
Oh, I did.
So Damien, finally we all went to sleep, and nothing happened after that.
That was an
Except
awful
for
night.
a ghost sighting
That was what?
the next day.
That
Yeah.
was an awful night.
That was
For
a
you?
fun night.
Yeah, for me.
It was a
Never
great
try
night for
and
me.
sleep in a hammock drunk.
Oh, you
Oh!
But yeah, and then of course the next day after Damien got drunk for the first time, being 21, he saw this orange man, in which I think personally probably aided in him in his schizophrenic episode being
It
triggered.
certainly didn't hurt.
It certainly didn't. Yes. So. I like how you also picked a topic that Austin can't really be
Well,
part of.
okay, to be fair,
We've told the story so many times. He
We
basically
have,
knows
we have.
everything.
yeah, it's so.
Also, this isn't Tuesday.
Yeah. it
Well,
is.
he would have been here Tuesday. He got tomorrow off.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking about that regardless. But
I'm sorry, Austin. I'll think about you next time.
the next topic, Austin will be able to contribute to more. Sorry, Austin.
It's okay. I know Damien's schizophrenic. That's all.
I'm
that
not
matters.
Thank
schizophrenic.
you. He
Prove
is.
it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm valued as an outside perspective because I have no.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I have no involvement. So really,
Completely unbiased.
Yeah,
just knows
I am
that-
the control group.
Do you want to have a quick? Okay, Damien, defend yourself to Austin why you are not schizophrenic upon hearing your story.
Upon hearing my story,
Yes, like
Well,
he heard it.
I think to someone who wasn't there and didn't see it, didn't see what I saw, it's kind of hard to believe. Other
No
than
one
just-
saw what you saw.
Wait, I mean,
Wait,
that
wait,
is also
so,
fair.
Damien. I have multiple eyewitness accounts that say there wasn't anything there.
Okay.
And I have one eyewitness account, you, that says there was. So I have 2 versus 1. And I think that you didn't see, well, that there wasn't anything there.
Okay, and that's a fair argument. But here's the other thing. Do you believe in ghosts, spirits,
No.
anything after that?
No.
That is also another thing to consider.
You should have gone to New Orleans with us. We saw some shit.
Oh.
It's funny because we did nothing haunted there.
If
It
you
was
remember,
actually really sad.
if you remember, I had to work all week
Yeah, that
because
fucking
you
sucks.
weren't there.
Yeah, you should have just quit.
Yeah.
Suck
Was
my
this for
balls.
New Orleans
No.
or North Carolina?
Yeah. Yes.
New Orleans.
Probably both.
Yeah, probably both. No, because the
It was for both.
You know what?
no the North Carolina was a weekend.
hey, let's do this recurring thing.
Oh, but we worked weekends.
Ready? Tell us in the comments what you think. Do you think Damien is schizophrenic?
Is Damien schizophrenic?
The
Guys-
answer is yes, but you can tell us what you think.
Now, of course.
The answer is no, and you guys should support my cause.
Feel free to provide reasoning. If
Yes.
you so
What is your
choose.
reasoning why? Because it's blatant crazy nonsense.
I will
Is it that ghosts aren't real?
Ghosts are real.
Is it that Damien was just very dehydrated and wasn't thinking straight?
Damien was properly hydrated, for the record.
You hit a fucking rock.
Damien
I thought it
never
was a
thinking-
boot.
I will link Damien to every comment that mentions him so that he can respond to it personally.
Thank you.
All
You're
of
welcome.
our own comments.
Yeah.
So you said something. Did you say something about another topic?
Next week.
Next week.
Oh, next
Next
week.
I haven't thought of it yet.
We gotta
Oh.
think one for that will contain Austin.
I've been brainstorming a little. I'm pretty sure this is the only topic that's gonna really, at least currently, revolve around a story like that.
A story.
I thought worst case scenario, because we tell this story to pretty much anyone we introduce to the group.
It's a
At
good
worst case
story.
scenario, we're driving in the car. Hey man, do you know about Orange Man? No. We start on the podcast. Save some breath.
Yes. I will like to say this last. I guess keep saying last. Are we about?
We're at 34 minutes now.
There's something I want to add at some point before we end.
Okay, cool.
I guess there's 2 things I want to say then. Hold on. First thing is, a while later, I was at a random bonfire in the middle of about nowhere, and this one guy starts talking about a place that he was working at, and it sounds very similar to where Damien worked at. And I asked him finally if he knew him. Turns out I met his manager at his work at a random bonfire. Had no connection with him. and I told him that he should walk up to Damien and say, "There's an orange man behind you."
Okay, so I go into work on Saturday, right? And at
Short
this time,
story. This time
I was
please,
working
Damien,
Ace.
short story.
I understand that. Thank you. This is a very short story. Anyway, I'm on the forklift doing my thing, and my manager walks out, and he's like, "Hey, there's an orange figure behind you." And I can't tell you how fast I got off that forklift, but I was off that forklift so fast, looking behind me for Orange Man, and he wasn't there. And I just kind of instantly knew it was Maverick. But me and my manager joke around about that.
So I just want to point out that you said you couldn't tell us how fast.
Yeah,
And then you proceeded to tell us how fast.
I'm trying to prove a point here.
Should we talk about what happens to his phone as a result of this?
Oh, so within an hour, so for the record, I'm notorious for breaking my phones. Well, about an hour later, I ran over my phone with the forklift, and an alarm went off, and it got stuck playing my Spotify playlist until it died, and I couldn't turn it off. So I kind of left my phone on the forklift for the rest of the day, playing all my songs. Pretty cool.
So not only is Damien schizophrenic, he's got some issues.
Yeah.
Some
And
I don't have any issues.
And before
Okay, Damien, now that one is a
that one
stretch.
that's a stretch.
So, and upon you talking about Orange Man, there's one last thing I'd like to say before Tyler. So we had to pull a lot of strings, but Orange Man, come on in, yeah.
Thank you for being here,
Thank
Orange
you,
Man.
Orange Man. Yes. Could you tell us about how you mess with Damien, please,
Wait a
Orange
minute.
Man?
Damien, why aren't you reacting? Can you not see him?
Can you not see Orange Man?
He's in here.
I have a feeling I'm trying to be gaslit.
No, that's my job.
What?
Yeah, that's Tyler's job.
So
Gaslighting isn't even real.
You've talked about this man for so long, and you're not even saying hi or anything to him.
Bro, the door didn't even open.
Yes, it did.
He goes through walls!
That was my.
I actually have something to say to contribute to the Damien brain rot / acceleration of his.
I like the brain rot more.
I
Schizophrenic
can't wait
condition.
until Tyler dies from brain disease and I outlive him.
Oh my god.
You see, I actually told my mother about Damien's Orange Man incident. And what I was surprised to learn is that my mother's a fellow ghost believer.
Wow!
And she,
Let's go!
It's okay. It'll get normalized.
and she brought up a very interesting point on Damien's side. Don't you think it's a bit of an interesting color, orange, for a ghost?
I don't know.
You know, like the typical ghostly colors
Like
are
a
more
white,
the
yeah.
whites. You get some blue greens,
why
that
was
kind
it
of stuff.
orange?
Sometimes you even get
That's
black.
just what I saw, man.
Yes, but that's my point. Orange is a very unusual color. But there's an interesting tidbit about some of the construction projects that were underwent during that time period. A lot of times, it was done by prison inmates, and due to the unsafe conditions, it was not uncommon for them to be killed as a result of these through accidents during the construction projects. And of course, as you know, a common coloration for a prison inmate's outfit is orange.
Where are you going with this?
What do you mean?
What do you mean where I'm going with this?
retarded?
What? Are you thinking I'm saying a prison
Damien.
inmate?
Yes.
Damien, come on.
Damien,
As the ghost?
he's trying to give you... He's giving you, like, fuel for your side, bro.
I'm trying
He's
to make you
arguing-
go
he's
insane.
arguing-
He gave you at least like a good amount of credit there, or his mom did.
I don't know.
This guy.
This dude.
Unbelievable.
Mental
He's a schizo.
capacity
I'm
is
not a
full.
schizo.
Give it up for Damien, everybody.
I'm giving up for Damien.
Man. Well,
All right. Anyone else have any more points
about
I
that
really
specific.
thought. Hang
about
on.
anything? Just we're wrapping up.
Tyler,
You need to come forward if you're going to talk about it.
So, as you guys know, Tyler likes to gaslight me. So for Halloween last year, he came dressed up as Orange Man in an orange suit.
I did do that.
It was a power move by Tyler.
I still have the
Tyler
orange
was
suit.
the devil's advocate. What are you talking
No, that wasn't
about?
last year.
The year
Oh.
before.
Oh, I was also the devil's advocate that year.
Same thing.
No.
Whatever.
I don't own an orange suit.
It's happening again.
I love also what I've noticed on this podcast is when Damien relaxes, he'll talk like, "Oh yeah, do you guys remember?" And then I'll go like, "Damien, speak at the mic," and he'll go, "Okay, so."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We're at 40 minutes now. We're gonna cut it. Cool. We'll see you next week.
Wow.
This has been the currently unnamed podcast.
Comment
Yeah, I was
below
about to say,
and support my cause in Orange Man Believing.
Shut the fuck up. We already did that. They know. They've
I'm
already commented.
I'm just making sure they know.
They've already commented.
Okay. Well, maybe they want to comment again.
They should
If
also.
you're commenting again, tell us what her name is.
Also,
Please.
we're still waiting on Joe Rogan's response to beating
Yes,
Damien.
Joe
We are,
Rogan,
we are.
Yes. We do want to
Buddy.
clarify that.
I'm already seasoned. Let's go.
So is he.
I didn't consider this.
Okay.
Given I didn't know who he was until a week ago.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Oh,